Now then, YouTube, what's going on, Lankofski, and welcome to a new series. Lou and Lank on whatever subject we are talking about. And tonight we are talking about Star Wars. More, what's the word? Specifically, the Mandalorian. We are doing a roundup, a review, a recap of episodes 3, but because we missed 1 and 2, we are going to go quickly through them. But I can't really remember too much about it, so Lou's going to fill me in and we're going to go from there. We both watched episode 3 either last night, myself, or this morning for Lou, so we are sort of up on it. Even though episode 3, in my point of view, was a bit shy. So, upcoming spoiler alerts. If you haven't seen it and you don't want to know, don't fucking moan if we tell you shit. Right?
I don't know when this is coming out, but you should have seen it by now. It's been a couple of days.
It's going to come out tomorrow.
Maybe?
Tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow.
Thursday?
Yeah, so it's Thursday now. It should be out by
2 days. 2 days is enough.
Should be out by Friday. So yes, Lubicon, kick us off with episode 1 of season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Are we gonna have to go back through and do the other 2 seasons, or we just we'll figure that part out? So episode 1, I believe it started with the ritual in the water with the giant like fuck off alligator thing that just popped up out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah, at first I thought that was like a baby Mando. I thought it was like what's his fucking name? What's Mando's name? This is good.
Din
Djarin, yes, that's it. I kept on thinking of Carl Kestis for some reason. He's my new favourite Star Wars character, by the way.
You reminded me a lot of episode 2. Episode 2, season 2, with the is it the Crate Dragon? With the Tusken Raiders?
With Tusken Raiders, yes.
It was very similar to that.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, at first I thought it was like a young Din Djarin, and that was his initiation until it popped up and. Like a flashback until it popped up and then just absolutely murdered the fucking sea dragon or whatever it was.
And then he went back to, can't remember the planet. So he went to meet Grief Karga to find Cara Dune.
Yeah, he went to go find Cara Dune, rip Gina.
Gina Carneiro.
Yeah, I mean.
We don't touch that subject.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm a bit pissed off she's not. But she has. If they recast her, it'll be a travesty. I'm not happy at the fact that Apollo Creed says that she's been taken off world to somewhere else. But at the same time, that's passable. If they recast her, that's in my book. That's a no.
I think they've left it open, haven't they?
Yeah,
I think that's the best they could do. And then, so then after that, he goes to find another sidekick because she's not available. And I think he gets IG-11, doesn't he? Yeah,
he tries getting IG-11 and rebuilding him. When he takes him to these, Grogu. Yeah, and IG-11 tries to kill Grogu because his memory or his settings have reverted back to standard protocol. So then do they shut him down or kill him? I can't remember.
They shoot him and then they destroy his legs and stuff, and then they take him to the Azalians with like Babu Frick and stuff, who said they can't. They're like they can repair him, but they don't have the parts.
Yeah.
And then the pirates come in, and you have the whole like scene with the pirates where he just murders like 5 people.
Yeah. There's just a bit of filler in that first episode with pirates, just for no apparent reason. Yeah. Just because that planet's now a do-good planet instead of just a scumbag planet. Ow, I can't bend the knee, by the way.
And then, does he go to Tatooine next, or does he go to Bo-Katan's?
He goes to see Bo-Katan, doesn't he?
I think so, from what I remember. And then the pirates attack him again, and then he jumps to light speed, and he goes to Tatooine. And he sees that woman, who I'm just going to put it out there, is the worst character in the entire show. I don't know why they keep bringing her back.
That old bird who sells him droid. Yeah, because he wants a droid. He wants another droid.
Yeah. No, he wants to repair IG-11, but the Jawas don't have the parts.
Yeah, that's it.
He ends up getting the Astro. Is it R5, I think it is.
Yeah, it's like a poor man's R2.
I think it's an R5.
And it's
unit.
fucked.
And
I
then
like her. I don't mind her.
she just seems a bit pointless. Like,
She seems a bit like shoved in everywhere every time. Every time she's in an episode, it's just like there's no reason for her to be there, and there's a reason because Disney, and you know, I mean, as long as we don't have Rian Johnson coming back and directing episodes, we're all good because yeah, we don't talk about what happened after
Last Jedi
episode
is the
6.
best movie. You just haven't realised it yet. It subverts expectations.
It kills one of the major characters, and
I would be happy if they didn't bring Tatooine back, though. They have milked that planet to death.
Yeah. There's so much sand.
Very rough.
Yeah.
Always coarse. Gets everywhere.
So that happens, and
We head
then
over to episode 2, and it's the whole spooky stuff about the planet is cursed after the purge, the bombings.
Mando wants to go back to Mandalore to bathe in the waters.
The waters of the mind.
Yeah, the waters of the mind to cleanse himself or whatever it's called. Episode 2 for me so far is the best one.
100%.
Yeah. So Mando goes.
He goes to Bo-Katan's palace, and she's just sat there like this.
Yeah, she's just chilling. She's like, wait, Lego, like proper, come and get me.
She sat there, and she's been waiting there for like days at a time, just waiting for that exact moment. And then she's like, the planet's not cursed. It's just like, fuck, basically.
Yeah.
So she sends him off by himself with Grogu, and then he sends the droid out, and then the droid goes missing. And then these like Tarzan things attack him.
Yeah, like primate sort of things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he kills them, and then you see like the Mandalorian city. Can't remember the capital name. It's in the Clone Wars, Season 7, banging. And then he heads down to the mines, and then that like General Grievous looking whatever creature.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's like a trap, and then he like sticks him in that like cage, like a pig, like
it's like his hog rolls, like a rotisserie, yeah.
And then he gets that droid that's like a pump, and he starts like pumping the fluids out of him.
Yeah, that's
so then.
If you've ever seen Dragon Ball, like when Cell starts sucking the life form out of everyone, it's a bit like that, but Mandalorian style. Yeah. And then go on,
Grogu goes back. And they get Bo-Katan of House Kryze, and she goes and saves him. And then they go to the waters, and then you find out the Mythosaur is actually still alive.
Bo-Katan tells this whole story about how her father did something or told a story or something along these lines, and it were a creature under the water that was killed and this and that, and then Mando goes to get in the water, and then it gets pulled in by the creature. So Bo-Katan dives in to save him, and I think as she's on the way back up, she sees the creature, and then she's just like, obviously comes out of water, she's questioning everything. She ends up questioning Mando, if I remember correctly, if he saw out, but obviously he blacked out, so he didn't remember out. And then she just sort of like lies about not seeing out and just like, yeah, everything's cool. Also, little side note, having just finished The Last of Us, hearing Pedro Pascal's voice in The Mandalorian, sort of a killjoy now, because for me he's Joel and always will be Joel to an extent in the TV form, because Troy Baker's Joel. But yeah, don't watch The Last of Us and Mandalorian anywhere near each other, because it'll just spoil it if it did.
Apparently he wasn't very happy at the start because obviously you don't see his face much. Really, do you?
Might not even be. Probably won't even be him in half at fucking scenes. He probably just dubs it.
I think this is season 2. There's like 5 episodes where he's not even in it.
Yeah. Well, that might be. Well, I thought that'd happen for season 3 because they were filming The Last of Us alongside it. So.
And then we move up to episode 3, which is. Arguably, meh. It wasn't bad. It was better than
episode 3 for me was absolute dog shit. Episode 3, if we're going by the films, episode 3 is The Last Jedi. Utterly pointless. and
It's more of
highly
an
annoying.
Attack of the Clone. It's very it's Marmite. I'll give it that.
If you do,
it's very all over the place. Yeah. I will say that.
If you do see me looking down, I'm just looking at notes from episode 3 because I made some notes last night while I watched it. So basically, episode 3, what do? We kick off with Mando going back to Bo-Katan.
Yeah, they're flying back to Bo-Katan's palace, and then the TIE interceptors intercept them.
Yeah. Some TIE interceptors come out of nowhere. I think it's 3 of them to start with.
3 or 4, and then they dispatch them pretty well, and they think it's all over, and then they see the on the radar they see more, and then they go over the hill, and her palace has been bombed.
Yeah. Her palace gets bombed as they're fighting the TIE fighters that come out of nowhere. We don't actually know where the TIE fighters and the TIE bombers have come from yet. Which
and then she says something racist towards them.
I have no idea what that is.
It was an in-story thing, and and then more of them come, and they end up jumping to hyperspace.
Yeah. So basically, the TIE fighters come as they're going back to Bo-Katan's place. They fight them, then we go back to Bo-Katan's place while it's being bombed by the TIE bombers, and then some more TIE fighters come, chase them off, and then we both jump to hyperspace. Which I think then that is when it cuts to it cuts to the scientist also known as L-52. Pen Pershing is the scientist who were on Moff Gideon's ship. He would try to clone Grogu. I think it were in season 1. He would try to get him, like, I don't know,
his DNA.
Yeah, DNA from Grogu. DNA. So that's when you first meet him, and it goes back, and pretty much it's a flashback episode to that. It's him and how he was dealt with after leaving the Empire.
It was the amnesty program. When
yeah. So pretty much rehabilitating all the ex-Empire
Imperials.
Yeah, Imperials and stuff like that. Which was interesting.
And then he finds out that the woman.
Yeah, so
we'll leave it as that.
Yeah, there's a woman goes by G68. She's Elia Kane. She's a comms officer. Apparently, she were also on the ship with Moff Gideon. I don't know if you actually saw her in the show. I can't really remember that far back.
You do, because it flashes back, doesn't it?
Does it?
See her.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So straight from start, I'm thinking this fucker's sketchy because basically the what's his name? Penn starts walking back from his job, and he bumps into a load of rehabilitated people from the Empire, and she's one of the people that sat down.
And he recognises her instantly.
Yeah, and he recognises her instantly and pretty much says, I didn't think I'd ever see anyone from that. And from that point on, the way she's looking, she looks rather sketch to me.
Yeah. And then she kind of like coerces him into like...
Yeah, she starts...
He's doing that normal office job, like for the research, and he wants more, and he believes that what he was doing was like for the good.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out of his way to do like further research, even though he's not allowed to, because it builds, doesn't it? Where he's talking to the counselor droid, and she's like, "You can't be doing that," but he's like, "Yeah, but it'll help people, even if you don't realize it." So, and then she kind of like manipulates him.
Yeah, so she's master manipulator.
So they do what every 14-year-old has done, and they go on a train and don't pay the fare.
Yep.
And they run away from the officer.
Yep.
And then they jump off a speeding train at about 500 miles an hour. And,
that bit fucking wound me up. So they're on the train, they haven't paid for the tickets, and then like a ticket officer comes through as a robot. And so those two hop up and start moving through the carriages until
the worst chase scene I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. While the droid is following them, and then we get to the end of the train, and we were stood there, and she's like, "I'm like, we're not going to jump because we're going 1,000 miles an hour." And then she turns around, literally after I thought that, and goes, "We're going to jump," and I'm like,
It was a good landing, though. Perfect landing.
Yeah. So conveniently, the train was slowing down because we were approaching a station, so it slowed down, and then they jumped off. onto what looked like a big mattress. So
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
convenient timing of that is fucking unreal.
Plot armor times 1,000.
It's a bit of a pain in the ass.
And then you see the down Star Destroyer, and they go inside to get the equipment that he needs because he wants to start his cloning again.
Yep.
And then he's very suspicious at this point because he's like, "There's someone here," and she's like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah, because there's noises throughout the ship.
Then they realize someone's there and start running, and then they get caught, and then she does a what was it, a way out?
Yeah. She pretty much. I don't know whether she snitched on him or she must have snitched on him because they come out of a ship, they go across the world's longest bridge. It's like the fucking Humber Bridge. They just walk across that leads to the Star Destroyer.
What annoyed me about that was they kept their flashlights on. Like if you're
I thought that as well.
Why would you keep your flashlights on? It just I don't know.
We need to sneak about out with a flashlight, running away. But
why would you run? Surely you'd hide. But you know. And then they get caught with the cloning equipment. And then she's like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, she must have said something to the New Republic beforehand, all this. But she's like 100%
evil.
Evil, yeah, legit evil. That's and all this, which I forgot to say, takes place on Coruscant. So we make a return to Coruscant for the first time since episode 3.
I think he digitally animated it back into episode 6, didn't he? But yeah, was it episode 4?
Yeah, at the end of episode 6. So yeah, technically we've been there in 6, but it's the first time we've been there since episode 3.
You see the fair and stuff with the weird lollipop.
Yeah, we've got like these neon lollipop sticks, and it's just like a lolly with a light in the middle. They look fucking cool. I want one. But as soon as it panned to like Coruscant, I was like, "Where's Mace Windu? Mace Windu needs to come back. He needs to be alive. He's still alive. He's not confirmed dead. Technically, George.
The links to Andor.
Yeah,
was the because it's the whole. When they're talking to the higher class of Coruscant in that building, it's the same place that Andor's set. Half the episodes, and then we move to the memory wiping facility.
Yeah. So basically, is on this like
machine.
Yeah, it's on this bed, and they put a thing on his head, and it's supposed to wipe his memory, but.
No, it's not meant to.
Admiral Akbar's just like, no, it's not. It reconditions you.
Yeah,
it's not a trap.
Yeah, and then the commissioner's like, all right, I'm gone for 5 minutes. Like, don't touch that button. She's like, all right, then. I'm just gonna stay here. And then she touches the button, and he goes from like happy thoughts to like tripping, like a bad trip. So
it's pretty much on a 2 when the officer like leaves, and then she has to stay in the room because his
friends.
They're friends, and then she basically turns it up to 11 and wipes his memory. So, like I said, she is pure evil. But
and then she eats the crackers on top of that.
Earlier on in the episode, while they're talking around the table, when he's first come back, they ask basically what you miss about the Empire. And he says these little yellow crackers you got before set off or something like that. So she gets him some yellow crackers.
It was biscuits from the
biscuits. So gets him some biscuits.
The ration packs.
The
MREs.
Yeah, MREs. So she gets him some biscuits, and then as she wipes his memory, she opens a pack of biscuits and starts chewing on them. So not only she's a dickhead for wiping his memory, she's also a dickhead because she's eating his biscuits. And that is frowned upon where I come from.
Well, not just that, she has also broken many protocols by leaving the amnesty program. But,
yeah, so she's obviously working for a higher power. Who that higher power is?
I don't understand how that works. It doesn't really explain how she got there, because surely she was like in the same program.
Yeah, she's obviously still in the same program, but she's very sneaky when it comes to. Moving about, getting out of, because as part of the program, the Empire
They also
personnel are all on a
Yeah.
curfew and can't leave a certain zone. So they're confined to a certain specific zone.
Yeah,
But
they're
she
on
seems,
probation.
yeah, pretty much they're on probation. So, but she's pretty much found ways to get in and out as and when. So she's, like I said, working with some higher power, but it don't really hint at who it is to an extent. It says something about Moff Gideon.
Yeah, they hint that he's still alive.
Yeah.
Because they said that he's hiding and he's on the run, and then they said that he's dead.
Yeah, but some people say he's dead, some people say he's alive on the run, some people say he's still in prison, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know whether it is going to be Moff Gideon, because with all this cloning talk from the scientist, what's his name? Peshing. It sort of lays down the whole, I don't know, cloning aspect for like.
You got multiple words, don't you?
Yeah, what's the last fucking Snoke and Sidious? Yeah, pretty much.
You've also got the Zillow beast with the armor. Yeah, I know that's been in the Bad Batch a lot, but
pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Is anyway, it sort of hints at that, but not too directly. I might be really overthinking.
I think they just set up a lot of storylines this episode, didn't they?
Yeah. I don't know whether I'm overthinking that, but to me, that's what it sort of sets up, is like the future aspect. But with this scientist now dead, dead or not dead, sorry, his memory wiped. I don't know where that's going to come from, but yeah, she's definitely Elia Kane. She is definitely working with some higher power. And I quote from my notes: "Evil fucker wiping his mind and eating his biscuits." That's a direct quote from my notes.
2023.
Yeah, and that pretty much as
no,
far
and then it flashes.
Yes.
The Bo-Katan and his name escapes me. Mandalorian. Din-Djarin, that's it. And they are heading to the covert, who are exiled.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "We've been to the living waters," and then he shows them the proof, and the water just turns magic all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like when you put a memory into Harry Potter water or whatever it is. Yeah, it looks sort of like that.
And then they're like, "You've been redeemed. You're now part of the clan."
Yeah, who's the main woman Mandalore?
The armorer.
Yeah, the armorer. He gives this little vial of water to the armorer, and she puts it in this like bath sort of thing. It has a reaction. She says, "You're all redeemed," and as
Bo-Katan also bathed in the water, so she's redeemed as well.
Because Bo-Katan bathed in the water, yeah, she's redeemed.
I think it's leading up to her taking back Mandalore with the Darksaber, and she's going to become the new leader, like she was. Yeah, because
don't she actually? During episodes 2, she picks up a Darksaber, doesn't she, and starts wielding it.
Well, she did in the Clone Wars episode. Spoilers ahead. She does in the Clone Wars, but obviously with all the issues with the clan creeds, and they're not following. They don't follow the ancient code, the way, but she keeps her helmet on. She hasn't removed it.
Yeah, so at the end of the episode, it sort of pans to Bo after she's like redeemed, and I'm assuming it's she's a bit like, I don't want to be part of this shit, because I think she pretty much says it. I don't want to be part of this. I am not a true Mandalore.
She says at the start, but then like she's got no house or like home.
She's homeless now. Yeah.
So it's like this is like the only Mandalores left, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You do see quite a lot of Mandalorians while they're at the Covenant, where everyone's sort of not exiled, hiding.
They're in covert, aren't they?
Yeah. So that's where we left it. I think one of the last shots was pretty much looking at Bo-Katan after everyone was
cheering and stuff.
Yeah, cheering, going around shaking hands.
How many episodes is there this season?
I'm not quite sure.
Season.
All the rest of it
is off the cuff. So.
Yeah, it's just all off the cuff. This is a quick recap. This is just going to be a new series that we're hopefully going to start.
Is it only 5 episodes?
No, there's not 5 episodes. There's got to be more than that.
There's 8. There's 8
8.
episodes.
So,
What? Brilliant, though.
We're a third way through, or whatever it is.
To be fair, though, they're all an hour long. They seem a lot longer this season than
Yeah, I thought
season.
won't the first 2 seasons won't be only a half hour, 45 minutes long.
No, I think the first episode was like 50 minutes, and then they dropped to like half an hour.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
apparently the next episode is only half an hour long.
All right, okay. But yeah, that's pretty much a quick recap of episode 1, 2, and 3. So basically, episode 3, Bo-Katan's house gets blown up.
Biscuits.
Yeah. Evil scientist is now good scientist and wants to help the New Republic. Evil comms woman
is still evil.
Yeah, is still evil. Befriends scientist, betrays scientist, wipes scientist's mind, eats his fucking biscuits, and then Din Djarin and Bo-Katan get redeemed for taking off their helmets. And that is pretty much a wrap up of episode 3.
I think that's a good analogy, good wrap up.
Pretty much. Like I've said, this is a new series, sort of Lou and Lank on. We're gonna maybe do in future on football. We can do more Star Wars things. We can do CS:GO, Rust, anything. It's just one of these talking head videos where we just chat shit pretty much. But we thought
it's like a podcast, but it's
a bit podcasty. We're not aiming full Joe Rogan, but we'll go like
just chatting shit for half an hour.
We'll just chat shit for half hour and then kick it to you guys. And if you guys do like it, do let us know down in the comments below.
If you have any topics that you would like us to cover,
I took the words out of my mouth. If there's any topics you want us to cover, please do let us know, and we shall consider them.
Whenever.
Yeah. Hope you do enjoy the video. I'm assuming this is going up on both our channels, so Lou's, there'll be Lou's link down in the description and my link in Lou's description, hopefully. So yeah, if I piss him off or not. But if you do like it, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing. As we said, if you want to see anything different in the future, or if this episode was a bit too long, too much chatting shit, or so on and so forth, do let us know in comments, and we shall try. Any feedback. That's the word. Any feedback, and
feedback is welcomed, and we will make considerations, but we can't guarantee, because if it's boring as fuck, we're not going to do it.
And on that bombshell, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or night, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.